we have the Baltimore Ravens full schedule breakdown going through every single game. So the Ravens went out there, got Odell Beckham Jr. this offseason. That was their big weapon that they went ahead and got Lamar Jackson. They also finally ended all the drama and paid Lamar Jackson, and he ended up signing a deal shortly after Jalen Hurts got his money. What are your thoughts when I say Baltimore Ravens before we go into the schedule?
Overrated.
What? Really?
I think they're overrated.
Okay.
Now, I think their defense on paper is fantastic. Lamar Jackson, I love Lamar Jackson. I'm glad he got paid. But you're telling me that I'm supposed to believe in a team that has their number one wide receiver as a guy who has missed more games than he's played the last, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 seasons. He hasn't been good since 2016, meaning good as in the level of hype we put on Odell Beckham. He has not been that level of greatness since 2016. And I'm supposed to believe in a guy that hasn't been to that level of greatness in 7 years.
Yeah.
On top of that, the number 2 is a rookie wide receiver. I'm supposed to put hype in them. This isn't a Jamar Chase. This isn't a Justin Jefferson. I don't see it. I think he'll be good. Then you have Rashad Bateman. I don't know how good he is. And then your number 4, Nelson Aguilar. Give me a break. And then also, I look at their running backs. J.K. Dobbins. I don't believe in J.K. Dobbins. I don't believe in Gus Edwards. I don't believe in
These sound like Patriots running
Justice
backs.
Hill. I don't believe in the running backs, which you don't have a running game. What does that mean? I.e. the Bills, i.e. Lamar Jackson the last 3 years. They have to be the running game. And what happens? They get hurt. I don't want that to happen this year. They have a good offensive line. I like their tight ends. Their defense on paper is great. But their defense on paper was great last year. And they had a number of games where they blew multiple 10-point leads. I think this is a year that if they fail, this could be the last we see of John Harbaugh with Baltimore. So I'm not very high on the Ravens. I think that they're going to be, I guess we'll see when we do our schedule. I think that they could potentially finish last in their division.
Whoa, you think they're going to be worse than the Steelers?
Maybe.
Okay,
I guess we'll see.
We're about to find out, because with that intro, I'm really interested in getting the schedule so we can finally put to bed how good the Ravens are going to be. And then I will give you some pushback with these games because you were so emphatic with how you believe that the Ravens are overrated. So do you think this is like they're overrated where they're not going to win games, or do you think it's overrated with like a James Harden, Houston Rockets kind of flair?
James Harden. Yeah, I think they're going to win games. They're going to be in the playoff hunt, absolutely. They have a lot of talent. But I think that the media is overhyping the Ravens.
Okay.
You look at their receivers. They have easily the worst receivers in that division. Their running backs are easily the worst in that division. Like, their defense is great, but everybody in that division has a good defense. Everybody has a good coach. Everybody has a good quarterback. So it's like, I can't put my faith around their strengths because every other team in that division has the same strengths that they do.
Right. All right, let's get into it. And week 1, we are opening up at home versus the new look Houston Texans.
Win.
I
think this is a team that typically starts hot. So I'm going to have them winning a lot of games to start.
And then right after that, we are going to Cincinnati to face off versus the Bengals and Joe Burrow.
Ooh. Wow. This is typically when the Bengals and Ravens face off, it's either a traditional 2000s matchup with a horrible, matchup, or it's like Joe Burrow throws for 500 yards. Because it's early in the season, I'll pick the Ravens to win that game.
Okay. So we are 2-0. And then we are back at home before we go on the road for 2 games versus the Indianapolis Colts.
Got to pick a win there.
Win?
How many wins do we have the Colts having? Like 5?
5 to 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Between 5 and 7.
Yeah, so this is right where I expect them right now.
Yeah, unless Gardner Minshew decides to put himself in the MVP conversation, but
sure,
that's probably not going to happen. So now we are on the road for 2 games, and then we're going, a lot of divisional games to start the year at Cleveland.
At Cleveland. I had the Browns winning that game.
Yep.
So to maintain authenticity, I will put them as a loss there.
All right, so we're 3-1 to finish Q1, so not a bad start to the year for an overrated team. And now we are going to Pittsburgh to face off in Pittsburgh.
They usually split. Because they're hot, I'll pick the Ravens to win that.
You'll pick the Ravens. All right. So the Ravens are now 4-1. And then we're going home for 2 games, and we're facing off against the Tennessee Titans.
I can't pick them to lose against the Titans. No, I can't. I can't do it. Even if there's a Derrick Henry game, I just don't see it.
And then probably another L. Lions are coming to Baltimore.
No, Lions roar, baby.
Lions roar, baby.
Lions roar. Can't bet against the Lions this year.
Yeah, Lions are going undefeated, low key. And then we are going to the worst team potentially in NFL history. You can probably fill in the blank.
Yes.
The Cardinals.
Well, the Cardinals aren't going to win any games, so I think we know the answer here.
All right. So now we're 6-2. Coming out of Q2, so we lost 1 game a quarter. Not a bad start. And then this is where it starts to get tougher. We're at home for the next 3 games. All 3 very hard games, though. First one, we have Seattle up to bat.
I'm going to pick Seattle here.
Seattle, okay.
I think Seattle's going to be super explosive. I don't know how. I mean, even though they have the Kyle Hamiltons of the world and the Marcus Peters, with Jackson Smith-Njigba, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Noah Fant, Kenneth Walker, like they have so much talent on offense. I got to pick the Seahawks here.
And then we have the Browns coming to town, and then we had Cleveland losing that game last time. Check out our Browns video where we go over their full schedule. So then that would put us at 7-3 for winning that game. Okay. And then we are last game of our 3-game homestand. We have the Bengals.
Oh, I got the Bengals winning that one.
Okay. Currently 7-4. And then we're in week 12. We're going to Los Angeles to face the Chargers. And looks like this is Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football. Going to be a great game. I think Lamar Jackson's going to shine out, but I'll have the Chargers winning that game.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Why do I have them? The Chargers are going to be.
Why? Give me one reason they should